Hi guys, it's Belinda Uju here and welcome to my YouTube channel where the fire of purpose ignites the power of love. Your boss isn't just watching your work, they're watching your tweets, your Instagram, and even your WhatsApp status. So if you think your personal posts are safe, think again. In Nigeria, employers can and actually monitor employees' social media. But is it legal? Can you really be fired for a single tweet? Let's find out the laws that protect you and the ones that don't. The first problem is privacy against corporate control. In Nigeria today, many employers are monitoring their employees like never before. Organizations claim it's about protecting their brand. But is it really legal? Can you really fire an employee for a single tweet? Let's break it down. Section 37 of the Nigerian Constitution, as amended in 2023, guarantees the rights to privacy. This includes correspondence, telephone conversations, telegraphic communications, and the like. However, the Cybercrimes Prohibition and Prevention Act of 2015 allows employers to monitor employees' activities online if it's in the best interest of the company. But to what extent? The NIDA Act and the Nigeria Data Protection Regulation also set limits on data privacy violation. Now the question is, when can your employer legally monitor your activities online? The first is when you're using company device. If you're using a company phone, company laptop, company email, or whatever company device you are using, gives your employer the right to monitor your social media activities. The second is where there is a social media policy. If your employment contract provides the social media policy, then your employer can enforce it, but it must be very clear. The third would be if there is an economic sabotage. So if you are leaking company secrets to your employer's competitors, your employer can and should monitor your online activities. This would be a breach of fiduciary duty as sin as provided for under Section 91 of the Labour Act. Again, when your post damages company's reputation, your employer can institute an action under defamation laws such as Section 373 of the Criminal Code Act. Now the question is, or the second question would be, when does your employer monitoring your social media activities become illegal? First, your employer cannot demand access to your private accounts or force you to hand them over the login. Also, if your social media activities have nothing to do with work, your employers cannot sanction you. Again, secretly monitoring employees' online activities without their consent can be a violation of the provisions of the Nigeria Data Protection Regulation and the Constitution. There are a few case studies where employees have been fired over a post. For instance, in Nigeria, a Nigerian banker was reportedly fired after a post he made on a controversial political issue on Facebook. In the United Kingdom, an employee was fired after he was ranting about his boss on Twitter, and the court ruled that the firing was justified because he used company device. In the United States, however, an employee who was fired won a lawsuit against his employers. And you wonder, how come? This is because he made a post on his personal account and it had absolutely nothing to do with his organization. So he won. The overall question now is, can you be fired for a single tweet? If you have a social media policy, yes. If the post brings harm to your company's reputation, yes. If you leak company secrets online, yes. But if it is your personal opinion on your private account, firing you can be illegal. So tell me, do you think employers should be allowed to monitor their employees' online activities, or do you think it's a violation of their privacy? Drop in the comments, and of course, till the next episode, it's bye from here.